Come on up.
Hey!
Listen, welcome everybody. Waterbox Live. Wow.
Freshwater edition.
Freshwater build day number 2, actually week number 2.
Week number 2.
Of our 24-18 Clear series.
Plus edition with the Prime. Yep.
So what's happening, everybody? Listen.
Hey!
There's a lot going on over here, man. It's crazy.
So last week, if you tuned in, we set up the Clear 24-18. We put the sand in, scaped it with the rock and some spider wood, and got it filled up. Got the canister running. There it is now. And we have encountered some stuff that people may experience if they set up a tank that has wood in it, specifically the spider wood.
The spider wood
does have the certain.
Listen, I call it crowitis, but it's probably not the real name for it. But there is a fuzz, right, that comes from the wood,
right?
That actually leaches out after it's been submerged, and it's kind of odd. We shot some video. We should play the video, Keenan, here, so you can check this out.
So essentially what happens is anytime you're using driftwood, you usually do want to soak it for a while. And we soaked ours for not quite a week, but somewhere around there. And that helped to kind of waterlog it. But now it's been in water longer. It's getting this fuzzy wood fuzz kind of deal going on it. So that is normal. And someone who first set this up may be wondering what is going on with my tank, because it is cloudy and kind of the whole wood just looks fuzzy. So we went in today and scrubbed off that and kind of let it kind of settle into the tank. And that way we were able to then water change and kind of clear it up a little bit.
That's a nasty funk, Jeff.
It is, and it was covering all of it because, like I said, we only soaked ours for 4 or 5 days before we set it up last week. And it's been sitting there all week building up this fuzz.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
It was gross. So, yeah.
Delicious. Delicious, as I like to say. So, look how cloudy that thing. I mean, that's a lot of slimy fuzz that came off that
crowitis. A lot of crowitis came off that wood.
That's on the wood. So, like as you said, so we're going to drain the tank out and pretty much try and siphon out all that schmutz, as I call it.
Because we wanted to get it all cleaned up so we could get continue on this today with the show and show everyone doing the plants and stuff. And it is where we kind of just drained it all out and refilled it to clear up a lot of the stuff that was in there. So
bam!
There it is.
Just like that. Okay.
Boom.
So, and look at that magic TV. It gets filled up. Now, here we installed an inline heater.
Yes.
Pretty much it goes right in line, and you see the big arrow right there. Set the temperature, boom, it goes right into the feed line from the canister. Really, dude, took a couple minutes to
This is the best way to do it because with a canister, there's nowhere to put a heater down in a sump or anything. So instead of having a heater in the aquarium, we put it in line and it stays out of view. So it keeps everything really clean looking in the tank. So we got the tank cleaned up, and it is something that may kind of develop again. For the first couple weeks, you might have this the wood fuzz kind of grow and happen in the tank. So you just have to kind of clean it and water change it to get it to go away. So just keep that in mind for anyone who does set up the aquarium with the driftwood. Different driftwoods have different effects. Some's going to turn the water really brown.
Yeah.
Some, like the spider wood, might get this kind of fuzzy growth all over it. It's going to vary a little bit.
Yeah, so. Just a little bit of maintenance involved when setting up a beginner planted tank.
It looks good today.
But today it's looking really, really nice. Jess also put bacteria in.
Yes. So I put in some of the freshwater bacteria, live bacteria in here just to help establish it. There is all the biomedia and stuff in the whale canister that we're running on it.
Correct.
So that's going to seed it, and we're not stocking the tank with lots of fish or anything today. So that's going to help kind of get it developed and ready.
Correct.
We are focusing on the plants today.
Yes. So we went to our local freshwater store, aquarium store, earlier today at lunchtime and picked out some plants.
We did.
And we're going to show you how easy it is to put plants inside an aquarium.
Guys, I want you to know that we got Bentley watching us, and he's a big freshwater YouTuber, so no pressure.
No pressure.
Hey!
Listen, no pressure. Bentley's going to...
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. All right, here we go, guys. Let's go over to the tank. Oh, my goodness. What is happening?
Okay.
No pressure. Also, I should let everybody know, we downloaded the blueprint on the website for the Freshwater 2418 Plus.
Okay.
For the lightly planted aquarium. There's different ones. There's fish only, lightly planted, heavily planted. So we downloaded it on the My AI app right to the Prime.
Yeah.
It's everything's set, so kind of set it and forget it.
So our goal with this one is like easy plants, lightly easy plants. We don't have to go CO2. We don't have to go crazy with additives and stuff. So we want something simple that most people that are getting into it can kind of maintain. So we got in kind of an assortment of plants is what we picked out today. And so we kind of went for some of our taller plants. These are just like an Assorted Anubias up the top here. So we got some smaller ones up to the tall ones for the background. And these have a thicker leaf, so they're not going to be as delicate as like your swords.
Now let me ask you, Jessica, is the plants are okay to be out of the water like this? I mean,
yeah, so whenever they ship them and bag them, they're just in like a wet, moist bag. So we just put them out here so we can kind of show them off, and I can easily grab them and put them into the tank.
Gotcha.
Until about 20 minutes ago, we put them out too a little bit. So they can be out of water, but you don't want to dry out completely. But for the short term, it's fine. And then we've got some foreground plants, some Java fern we're going to put onto the wood, and we've got some Cryptocroyne as well, and I think like some kind of lily tiger thing.
It's all good. It's all good.
Really technical.
It's all good, man. Listen, beginner planted aquariums. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Also, we got flourish tabs, right? So we're also going to be putting some fertilizer into the substrate to help the plants grow, right? Because we're not doing CO2. We also picked up some little fishies, hard to see, autocinklus, great little algae eaters. So because we scrubbed all the stuff off of the wood, it might come back a little bit, so we want to make sure that we keep that, that under control.
Yeah.
When they say that you need to shave your head.
Shave my head. Listen,
They're not going to let that down.
Oh my
listen,
goodness.
this
They're not gonna let it
scape
down.
is top notch that I did here. It's going to even look better when I put the plants in. Come on, man.
All
Listen,
right,
battle.
let's get some plants in here. So, gonna take our tallest ones here, which are gonna be the Assorted Anubias. I don't know if you want to put any in, or if you want to leave me in charge of this.
You can go ahead.
Or not.
Yeah, go ahead.
So these are gonna be just used for the background. They have a nice root cluster, so they're gonna wedge nicely into our sand. And their sand is deeper in the back, so it works for these taller plants that have a larger root base.
So you really just simply want to push the plant right down into the gravel. Here we're using a sandish gravel type, real fine.
You just want to cover their root, kind of make sure the roots are like spread out into the sand, so that as they grow, they can kind of spread out nicely. And once you put them in there, we're probably going to end up adjusting their placement a little bit at least, but just want to get them into
You know what I want to know
general
is
place.
how many people in this live stream want Dean to shave his head?
Oh, come on now. Listen.
want Dean to shave
Everybody.
his head? Put it below.
Oh my God. What is happening here? Listen, I'm afraid to go to Aquashella next week.
They're gonna
They're gonna strap me, like duct tape me to a chair or something. And
Brady's asking, so it's
my
about
goodness.
a week to soak the wood in the water to get it where it needs to be for your tank?
Actually, so we soaked it for 4 or 5 days before it even went into here to get some of the discoloration out, and it's been in this for now a week, and it's still kind of putting off a lot of that fuzz.
Yeah.
So it can take a couple weeks.
yeah, I would say at least
if you
2
don't
to
want
3
it to be
weeks.
in your.
I would be soaking that driftwood.
Yeah, and Bentley suggests
yeah.
It can be at least 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for
So
sure.
if you got the time to pre-soak it, I say go for it, so you kind of alleviate it from being, a little bit more of a mess in the actual display as you set it up. But if not, then just kind of follow the process that we're doing as far as
Really
cleaning
like
it
the,
and water changing.
I really like the natural colors, the woods, the rocks,
Yeah,
the green
More
yeah,
plants.
exactly.
It's so neat. It's actually really refreshing when you deal with like marine aquariums a lot.
Exactly.
And you see this, it's so different, and surprisingly enough, more people do this. Far more people do
Far
this.
more.
Than,
Dude, this is very
reef
popular.
aquarium.
Yeah, very, very popular setup here. Very kind of like a Dutch style, some people call it. But once again, you don't need any CO2. You don't need any kind of crazy, systems to keep these plants alive. It's just simple fertilizer tabs, some water changes, the right light. Man, you're off and running.
These people want you to shave your head.
Oh,
man.
come on, man. Listen.
That has been the general
is so
consensus of
crazy.
everybody, is that it just kind
Oh
of has
my
to happen.
goodness. Oh my God.
So I don't know if you're going to get away with
Brady
not.
said you should shave your head and grow a beard.
Oh, dude.
You ride a Harley, man.
Dude, I think we should. I think we should.
I want to say that I've put out a challenge that you'll keep not wanting to take as far as taking me on for an aquascape. But
I was thinking like Blue Friday.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah?
Blue hair?
Blue hair?
Oh, snap.
I don't know if I should say what my my thing has been.
All right, so what are you doing, Jess? Tell the people what you're doing.
All right, so that was all the different Anubias. Kind of just placed them. We had some smaller ones here. Now these are some, I think, Cryptocroynes here. So they're going to get a little bit long and tall. Do you want to direct? Do you want an idea where you have to
think about this too, right? So, I mean, when you're putting your plants in, you got to figure out what are these things going to grow into. You know, like those plants in the back are going to get tall and wide, right? So they're going to really fill out the back. So, like you have these Java ferns. I think you should maybe, we're going to glue some to the wood. But even these foreground, these things are going to, I call them creep, right? They're going to just kind of
Yes, I'm leaving the front kind of open for those because they're actually just going to fill in. Got some little handy little tweezer things as part of like a plant kit that you can get that have like scissors, tweezers, and shovel.
It's good for using the plants.
They're just going crazy about the shaving the head.
Oh,
I can't hold it in.
Oh,
You get them off the topic.
You got to change the topic. All right.
And you guys, this is one way to scape a freshwater tank. There's a bajillion ways to do it.
Oh, yeah.
If you head over to like our user groups, our Facebook groups, there's a bunch of freshwater tanks there for inspiration. Search on YouTube. So if you're scaping a freshwater tank, head to the internet for inspiration because there's so much stuff.
Absolutely.
So much content.
Do you have any preferred placement here?
We have a freshwater aquarium group too on Facebook that people can join. And man, I've seen some of the tanks that people have posted and I'm blown away by how beautiful they are with the plants. So it's really good.
He said all three of us should shave our
heads. Oh my God, why? No, you can't involve me in this one.
Come on, man. Jess is going to shave her head.
No, I'm not involved in y'all's whatever.
Oh my God, what is happening around here?
I said I would dye my hair blue if I lost a contest, but no one else will take me on it, so no.
Not interested.
I'm not shaving my head. It's not happening. No.
All right, so, okay.
I'm just placing
How
stuff.
committed are you to Waterbox?
That's right.
That's really
Show your commitment.
That's really committed.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Y'all are not focused.
This is what happens when we live stream at 6 p.m.
Dude, 6 p.m. It's
start getting a little
do you want to
delirious.
glue maybe?
No, that's all you. I want to watch.
Are you just there to?
I'm just watching.
Just
what
talk.
you're doing. This is good. This is good stuff.
Talk about what you're doing.
Okay,
Yeah, no, watch.
So this is a Java fern, and this one actually the roots will grow and adhere to like wood and rock. So this is a really good filler for. Actually, you'll see people grow it onto like those bonsai type looking wood structures. You can do it on the rock, and it fills in nice that way. And there's also like a shorter moss versus the fern that you can do the same thing. So this one we're actually going to put it onto the driftwood and let it grow there. So it gives some color
very interesting.
up higher.
It'll actually
onto
root
the wood.
around the wood
Right.
and continue on.
And instead of using the glue, you could tie them or rubber band them down and let them adhere themselves. But we're going to try this method here. Where do you want them? Direct me somehow.
I don't
Come
know,
on.
Jess. You're doing a great job. So
Up in the very front? On the very front piece?
sure,
You are not helpful.
looks great.
Okay. All right, so this is the coral glue, same as the coral glue, kind of like you're putting right down on a piece of rock.
Oh, and that that's good.
Then we'll kind of lean them towards the back so you can kind of fill in here. And then I'm just going to hold them in place for a second. And just like that. And then the roots will naturally adhere the rest, and as it grows, it'll basically cover.
That's a great,
The rock.
I call it a little aquarium hack, or
Yes.
aquarium tip here is using coral glue on certain Java fern.
All right, I'm going to put this
Maybe
one
up
like
higher.
up here. Where?
Go
High?
up high, like up here,
On the top here? You can do that.
maybe.
See what happens.
Maybe on the
Or-
back right. Yeah.
Yeah, back
Like right
here.
there?
Yeah,
That little open spot?
yeah, right there.
Yeah, because a lot of the plants, like you said, in the back are going to fill in and grow really big. Right now, they're just not. Oh, no, there's my glue. Glue down.
Uh-oh. Glue down. All right.
Glue down.
More glue.
Oh, God. I'm just going to leave it.
That's all right.
All right, put some more on. All right, and then.
Scott says, love my Waterbox tanks and the service. You guys are awesome. Zane Gill says the tank looks beautiful.
Oh, wow. We appreciate that.
All right, so that's the Java fern. Now, these ones here are all little foreground plants.
Yeah.
And these are actually going to root and just kind of cover in just like an inch or two tall along the whole front. I'm going to try and like put them in with the tweezers because you, with these, you don't want to put the leaves under the sand because they'll rot and it causes the whole plant to rot. So you want to place it towards just the roots or the stem under there. So we'll see.
Kind of like in salt water where they have the frags. These are frags of plants.
Yeah.
Plant frags.
Plant frags. You could say that, yeah. Little baby ones. So with here, I'm just gonna kind of loosely put them so that the roots can grab in. And like these will just create like a carpet. Like these actually, I saw it grown in on one of the tanks at the store.
Oh, they look really nice.
It looked really cool because they're not super short and they have like little kind of spiky levels to them that they looked really, really good. So, and with that, we're just gonna, each one, and they said, you know, take them apart individually, put them down, and like these ones here, you can see it was growing sideways, and there's all the roots that will go into the sand and cause it to grow across.
I call them creepers.
Yeah, they are. Definitely creepers. Because they're just going to creep along, fill in the bottom, and it has a nice, we'll see if this one wants to stay down.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions too? Comments, man, please.
No judging, please.
No judgment zone here at the Waterbox Aquarium
Take it easy
Studios.
on me.
Dave's asking, are some plants more light sensitive than others?
Yes.
Yes.
So we are going with ones that are not super high requirements on light, additives, fertilizer, CO2, anything like that. Ones that have a pretty hard like leaf structure so they're not going to fall apart real easily. We want this to be, this is your first planted tank and these are the great plants for it. They're going to do well. They're going to grow.
A list of the plants that we use are on the description.
Yes, we did put the names of the plants instead of just lily looking thing like I said.
Yeah.
Scott says he's suffering from croitis in his tank and he wants to know how to handle that situation.
He's suffering from croitis. Oh my goodness.
That's
Makes you
I love you, Scott Crow.
yeah, croitis. Oh my goodness.
Adam B says, how hard is it to change the, I'm assuming the filter sock in the Cube 20?
How easy is it? Dude, you can do it in literally 5 seconds.
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes and do it.
It's real easy.
pull the old one out, put a clean one in. That's
pull out. There's a removable filter sock holder inside the back chamber.
There
Pull
we
it
go.
out, pull the sock out, put a new one in. You're good to go.
I'm serving up some creeper plants on the tray of...
Thank you for your assistance.
Yes. Oh, what would you like this evening?
I'll take some more creepers,
Taking your
please.
order. Yes.
It's like an hors d'oeuvre tray or something.
An hors d'oeuvres.
It is. But that one's got like a really nice root base and structure. I'm gonna put him out here because he's gonna grow pretty good. Probably throw, and then I mean, most of these that are like the foreground plants, they throw out runners and like grow in that way.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna see these like throwing like a runner and the roots out, and the new ones pop up along the way.
Dean,
Yes.
what other
think this one's-
live shows do you see people cutting up corals, planting aquariums?
Nobody's
Build
doing this.
aquariums.
Dude, nobody's doing this stuff.
Come on.
Come on now. Listen, this is
All right, we'll see how
this is
that
epic.
Yeah. So that's one of the things, and it's a lot like reef tanks with your planted. When you put it all together, usually in a reef tank you got these small corals,
Right.
and you're
Plugs,
trying to like
frags. Mhm.
frags, and then in a freshwater you've got all your plants generally are going to start smaller. You have to see the vision of them growing in and filling out the whole tank, because like these foreground, you're like looking at them now and you're like, what in the world? But when they grow in, it's going to be
I guarantee
really,
you,
really
it won't,
nice.
It won't be long, and those things are just filling in really nice.
My favorite part about this tank is how well it fits into the studio. It might have to stay there for a while.
It might.
Uh-oh.
It might have to stay in the studio.
I think somebody was expecting this back in their office, Keenan.
Keenan was wanting this tank
Keenan
back
was
to move to his
expecting this
office.
to be brought back to his office and maintained as a beautiful.
Keenan's like, make
planted
sure you do a
aquarium.
great job because.
This is going in my office when you're done.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
it's all
true.
good.
Give it 2 weeks and I'll be like, all right, get it out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that's good.
And so this is kind of like just repeating the same step here. I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
Plug the rest in real
it's looking
quick.
good. It's looking good.
All right, so Bentley put the scientific names for these plants that you're using. I'm gonna see if I
Wonderful.
can read them.
All right, go ahead.
This is not gonna go well.
All right, go ahead. Try it.
I quit.
All right, quit.
Already down.
Head it over to YouTube.
Man down.
Pronunciation down.
All right.
Microsorum
Okay.
Petropus.
You need to put the flourish tabs in there too.
Oh, yeah.
I know Anubias though. That's the one I do know.
Yeah, so
Anubias.
we have 4 different varieties of Anubias in here. We had 2 of the Cryptocroyne colors, a green and a red. And the foreground plant we have in the description, and I cannot say it, so I'm not going to. Because I tried earlier and it just did not happen, so I'm not going to say
Yeah.
it.
So these are
All right, there you go. There you
pretty
go.
much plant food. So you can look at these, kind of like little. They look delicious.
Fertilizer tab.
They're like jujubes, man. You can just like pop these. Listen, I'm not going to try them.
Eat one. Eat
maybe.
one. Come on. Come on.
But you want to put these around the tank. Oh, hold on a second.
I can hold these.
We got
please.
Steve joining us, Brian joining us as well.
And we're just going to literally bury them under the sand around the plants, the base.
Just kinda
about
equally
4 to
spread
6
around.
inches away. They're going to slowly dissolve.
Yeah, particularly the larger ones because they're going to take up more nutrients and like kind of scattered throughout the foreground area.
How many do you put in?
So this one here, I mean, it's going to depend a lot by the brand, but this one says insert 1 tab in the gravel for every 4 to 6 inch radius. So it just depends on, I guess, how big the tank is or the footprint of the tank. So I mean, we'll probably put in what 10 or 12 in here.
Steve agrees that
probably be
Dean
good.
should try one.
I think
I should try it.
probably won't kill you.
Oh my goodness.
You'll find out, but probably won't.
I'm just a little sick. What does the package say?
Says warnings. Let's see.
Not for
Do
human
not
consumption.
eat. It smells good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he's dead.
All right, call an ambulance.
don't try that at home, guys. Oh my God, I just ate a
Is this the fertilizer challenge?
fertilizer challenge. Just happened, just like that. You see how easy that is? I mean, it really is. Oh my God, I can't believe I just ate one of those. Wow.
I really hope you didn't actually.
All right, here we go.
No, I think he would not be moving on and talking at this point. Because even if it doesn't kill you, it cannot taste good.
It's all good. It can't
just
taste
can't.
good. No, it tastes a little like dirt.
We've got potassium,
Oh, potassium, I was
calcium,
low.
copper, magnesium, cobalt sulfate, zinc, yeast.
So you can keep replacing these, but I think it looks pretty good. What do you
Yeah,
think?
we can throw some more in if we need to, but figure that that's good. We do have our 3 fish real quick though. So these are commonly called autocats. This is commonly what you're going to hear them referred to. And these are just going to basically clean up the wood and the rock, keep algae at bay, but they don't eat your plants. Like you wouldn't want to go and put a plecostomus in here because they may be an algae eater, but they're going to pretty much eat your plants as well, especially if they're like a soft-leaved one. So, I'm just going to put them into a net. Put them in. Out. 3 cute little cats. Watch them go in. These guys are adorable. They don't get big.
Awesome.
And they're super friendly, so they're going to get along with whatever fish
Yeah,
we
look
do
how they
end up
suck to
putting
the glass.
in here.
Isn't that cool? Totally. Oh,
All right.
I got glue all over
Does
my
everyone
hands.
think it looks good? I think.
I
Love
think
it.
it looks awesome. I mean, look at that, guys. I mean,
So, lightly planted. Everything's going to grow in, but it's not over the top. We could add a whole lot more if we wanted to. Of some big background plants and stuff.
wow. I
But-
think it turned out great.
Yeah, nice beginner.
Nice beginner. Dude, I got glue all over my hands now. I tried to grab that glue glob that was underwater, and it just like stuck all over my fingers. Now I got coral glue.
Good moves.
All right, great.
You
Beginner,
ain't fertilizer. I mean,
beginner
it's just.
planted aquariums.
Gotta get your hands dirty, dude.
You gotta, yeah. I mean, like you gotta.
I didn't get mine very dirty over here though, so.
You seem
But-
always pretty safe from actually like having to like deal with it. You get
I think
to
it looks
enjoy
good,
the comments.
guys. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I think it looks really sharp.
I gotta engage the audience. So
Yeah.
Of course. Of
It's a
course.
very, you gotta
Yeah.
get it, but it looks good. Like I said, beginner, lightly planted is what we went for. If we were gonna go with something a lot heavier planted, we would then have to do a lot more as far as the CO2 and the fertilizer. So by keeping it simple, it's a great beginner setup to get going. So.
Love it.
It's a nice Picosmus you got there, Dean, on the table.
Oh, this whole thing.
Thank you.
You like him? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He's a pet. It's my pet Playco.
Pet Playco.
Wow. So, what's happening? Dude, next week we're going to be in Chicago next Thursday.
Okay, so yes.
Well, wait, before that.
Okay,
let's rewind.
before that, yes, rewind. That skipped you to
Yeah.
my head. So this Friday,
Is the last episode.
the finale of Eel Island. Okay,
Yeah.
so the last episode of Eel Island is on Friday, and that's also going to be the last day to get in your entries and votes for the $10,000 giveaway. If you haven't heard about it, you better get to our website because you've missed out on a lot, and you need to go binge watch
Absolutely.
the show and answer a lot of questions.
So, right, Eel Island at midnight, I believe, the
On Friday,
voting, all the entries get cut off.
Yeah.
So you go to waterboxaquariums.com/Eel Island. Enter now as many times as you can.
Yep,
I'm
go
telling
through,
you,
figure out put
it's
your emails
almost
as
over.
entries. You can watch all the episodes. This tank has turned out amazing. The last
oh my
group of
goodness.
fish
Look
went
at
in
all those
last
entries
week.
you can get. Every week you can get more entries, right? So
And it's for a $10,000 giveaway, 6-foot peninsula, everything. So check that out Friday. Next
Wednesday,
for this build we'll be adding fish.
we're adding fish, and we're going to announce the winner
Yeah.
of Eel Island next Wednesday.
Yes. So it ends Friday, but we're
Yeah.
going to announce live the winner of the $10,000 tank giveaway on the show on Wednesday.
Yeah, big
and we'll also
celebration.
be finishing up this build with fish. We would love to hear your suggestions of what you think should go in here fish-wise because we none of us know what we want to do with it yet.
Yeah.
we're
So
clueless.
So next Wednesday, the winner will be announced. We're going to wrap up the fish here in the clear, and then Thursday, the next day, we're on an airplane heading up to Chicago for Aquashella.
Yep, Aquashella is that coming weekend.
Yep.
And we'll be there for the weekend, so come and see us if you're anywhere in the Chicago area or checking out Aquashella. It's a wonderful show. You will love it. Come see us.
A lot happening over at Waterbox, guys, so stay tuned with us. Hit the website, check everything out. If you have any questions, we are here for you. We will see you on Friday.
See ya.